Hey, hey, hey! Guess what today it is? Unfortunately, it's not hump day! Today is October 10th, 2019, and boy, we got a lot in store for you today. We got one heck of an update for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So, I guess let's not keep talking. Let's just jump right into it. Let's go. So, over here on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 website, and this is what we got. Today, October 10th, 2019, development update, posted by Microsoft Flight Simulator team. We are pleased to announce that the first episode of our featured Discovery series has been released, recently presented at the Global Preview event. Episode 1 World is an in-depth look at the world where buildings for the next generation of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Head into our insider area to watch episode 1, Feedback Pipeline. TLDR, there is a feedback dashboard. The dashboard contains a summary of all the feedback we collected from community discussions on a daily basis. Feedback is triggered, prioritized, and assigned a plan of action. We will provide the output of the pipeline to the community in a document tentatively called the feedback snapshot on a regular basis. There has been an incredible amount of feedback from the press coverage of our recent global preview event. This feedback, along with all feedback we've been collecting, is critical, important to the team to ensure the voice of the community is being put into action through a collaborative and transparent process. I.e., for an example, use the feedback snapshot to give the community transparency into the feedback we're prioritizing for action. Feature like ATC sessions, VR, rotary craft, SDK, etc. can be found in the feedback snapshot along with our current plan for next steps and timelines for resolution. The feedback snapshot will release at regular intervals and will announce the date for our first preview in our next update. Wow. Talk about a lot of what they got going on. I can't wait. As much as I can't wait, I know all you Flight Simulator fans that are out there can't wait as well. Okay, so the Tech Alpha build. 10.15 recruitment for Tech Alpha 1 ends. If you would like to sign up, please head into the insider area and fill out the survey. Ten point 17. Please release preparation begins. Build release preparation begins. Insider appreciation. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, it's been a real long day for me. Confirmations and communications begins and will run through October 24th. October 24th release window opens. Will begin granting access to the Tech Alpha build to insiders that have received acceptance confirmation. Build program update. We are currently targeting mid and end November for our second build release, Tech Alpha 2. We accept to open recruitment for Tech Alpha build, Tech Alpha 2, closer to end October, but expect a final date in our October 17th update. DR updates and episode 2 information coming next update. Next update will be October 17th. And there you go. There you have it from the Microsoft Flight Simulator team. That's our current update as of today. But we are not done there yet. There is actually more to watch. They actually also got the video for episode 1 World. And here you go. This is what we have. Let's go over it, take a look, and watch it.
Hi everyone, I'm Lionel Fuentes, lead engine programmer here at Asobo Studio. We are developing the next generation of Microsoft Flight Simulator. As you can see behind me, people are hard at work testing the current working progress version that we have. So when we started working on Microsoft Flight Simulator, that was at the same time scary and super exciting because there are so many things to do. I will talk about one of the biggest things that we had to do, and this is a key feature for flight simulators, that is the world. I will speak about the world through 4 main points. I will speak about the data sources, the augmentations from those data sources that we could compute on Azure, more on this later, a little bit about the impact on bandwidth, and then some procedural generation techniques that we developed. So, the world, our planet, is really beautiful. It is full of natural wonders. from Ayers Rock to the Himalayan mountains, to also man-made features like the Statue of Liberty, Mont Saint-Michel, the Tour Eiffel. So we wanted to get all of those features in the simulator for you to enjoy. So when we started doing this, we realized how much the world is big. The world is really big, and to the point that we even had to change the internal way we represent a 3D point in space in our engine, like from single precision floating point to double precision floating point, because we couldn't handle that big of a world. And the biggest impact of this was on the amount of data, because you need a lot of data to represent the world. Luckily enough, Bing Maps was here with 2 petabytes of aerial imagery, elevation data, 3D scans for a select number of cities. So all of these data were there, sitting, ready for us to stream in the simulator. This allowed us to get all the airports in the world, which we estimate to more than 40,000, to get all the cities across the world, which we estimate to more than 2 million, to get all the roads in the world, to get all the mountains in the world. Basically, the entire world is there available for you to fly. Not only do you have the entire world, but it also matches the real world. And the big consequence for this is that now VFR flying is available for you everywhere. So for those of you that don't know what VFR means, it means visual flight rules, and it's a way of flying your aircraft by relying on visual cues in the environment, like where you see a given city or a given river. So for example, when in real life we do some piloting, and when in the DR400 we can see the Garonne River here and the city of Martillac there, we can deduce where we're going. The amazing thing is that now we can recreate this very experience right inside the simulator. So I encourage you, once you get the chance to try it, to fly over your house. So we got all those data, but then we needed really more data than that. The reason we needed those data is because we still didn't know where to place trees. We still didn't know what shape building should have, and what color its roof should be, what is the type of roof over there. So in order to generate those additional data, we relied on Azure Cloud Computing. Azure allowed us to run AI algorithms and computer vision algorithms in order to detect all the trees in the world, which we estimate to more than 1.5 trillion. It allows us to improve the building's generation system by detecting the color of the roof or the roof type. It also allows us to add missing buildings information where we don't have those information in the data sources we use. It also allows us to improve on the quality of Bing Maps aerial imagery. Like sometimes some area can be captured with clouds on top of them, and then we can detect those and replace them with texture synthesis that happens at runtime. So to put some images on what I'm talking about, this is an island in near New Guinea. If we only had Bing Maps data there, the island would be kind of flat and you wouldn't have the trees and the buildings. So thanks to the detection that we could run on Azure, we know where to place trees, we know where to place buildings, we know what the buildings should look like, and this allows us to create a much more believable and precise / accurate representation of the Earth. But what about the impact of my internet connection? Because at this point, you may be wondering, we are streaming all of those data, like Bing Maps data, Azure augmentation data. We represent the entire world. So what happens if I don't have high bandwidth available? What happens if even I have no internet connection at all? We ask ourselves this very question, and I'd like to answer it through 3 main points. The first one is that we do adaptive streaming. What this means is that we measure real-time the bandwidth you're using and adapt our bandwidth requirements according to this measure. The net result of this is that the better your bandwidth, the better your overall experience. Next, we developed a full offline mode. So this is for the extreme case where you have zero available bandwidth. We synthesize the ground textures And we also still have all the buildings data and all the water data, and for some regions also the trees data. So the result of this is that we still have a world where VFR flying is possible. It gives us a reasonably accurate representation of the world. And the third point is that we can pre-cache arbitrary regions of the world. What this means here is that you can select regions of the world that you want to pre-cache, and you can access them in an offline setting while still having the same quality you would enjoy in an online setting. To put some images again on those words, I will show the three different quality levels that you can experience. First one here, offline mode. This is the Seattle area in offline. And as you can see, all the buildings are there, all the water information is there, and the city is recognizable. Second here is online Paris. So the majority of buildings here are being automatically generated, and you also have the water information, and it's a more accurate version of the world. And here again, VFR flying is possible. And third here is where we have the best quality. This is the city of New York. You may have recognized it. This is when we have photogrammetry data available in Bing Maps for more than 400 cities. But now, how about the fine details? Because it is impossible to accurately capture all the very fine details of the world. Like you cannot know exactly where each blade of grass is, or which precise details you have on a given building. So in order to add this level of precision to Microsoft Flight Simulator, we relied on procedural generation. We are adding ground details for dirt, grass, and asphalt. We generate grass blades of actual 3D geometric grass blades. We display millions of them on screen. We also add water shading, up to the point that we even have the water affected by the wind, which creates waves on the water. We also add night lights, both along the roads and on the buildings. We also add details to the buildings, and all of this helps create a much more believable world. As you can see here, this is taken in Bretagne, France. And as you can see, you have the procedural grass being generated. You have those little houses that are generated. You also have those trees that are being generated procedurally. You also have the water shedding for the sea. And it gives a much more realistic representation of the area. So this is it for the world of Microsoft Flight Simulator. We hope you really enjoy it as much as we do. Thank you very much.
Well, there you go. Wow. Absolutely wow. I don't know what to say about that. Um, I think honestly, I should go back and take a couple look at a couple things and talk about a couple things. You know what? Why don't we actually do that? So if we want to talk about something, this actually caught my eye. Um, that is Ellis Island. Uh, I'm speechless. I have no idea what to say, but you are looking at New York City. I am actually born and raised in New York, Long Island, New York to be exact. And yes, I do go to the city a lot, and this is absolutely amazing. I can't wait to actually see this game and actually be able to play it and do VFR around the city. This is just absolutely awesome. I believe there was another shot of New York City. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at that too? Here's another fabulous view of New York City. Right up over here, you got Central Park. And this is the south side of Central Park. That is just absolutely amazing. The details in this is awesome. Right over here, you have the Chrysler building. Now, these are just only a few of the buildings that I could point out to you. The famous buildings of New York, which makes up the New York skyline. Honestly, I don't know what else to say, but there you have it. Here's the new update. So stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and also that bell for additional notifications. And keep staying tuned for more new videos and more updates until the date is finally released, until this game comes out. One other note, if you like what you see, I do this. There's also how-to videos on how to fix your car on certain things. There's also going to be new videos coming out in the near future. We have a lot of projects that we are working on, so don't forget. So, this will conclude our video for today. Don't forget to squawk VFR and 73s.